All right. Hey guys, a big welcome to everyone hanging out on the line tonight. Great to have so many of you guys on. Welcome Mo, welcome guys, absolutely. Great to have you here. We're diving deep into laser coaching. We're diving deep today in terms of what it looks like to get people super powerful results in really short periods of time. So for those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Regan Hillyer. You may or may not have probably found me online. You may or may not know me. I'm looking at some names of amazing people in the world who are on this training right now, who I know very dearly and hold very close to my heart, and also a lot of names that I am going to hold close to my heart who I haven't had the pleasure of connecting with yet. So if this is the first time on one of these trainings, guys, welcome, especially to everyone who's new to the tribe. Basically, we're going to hang out for the next, I always say the next hour, but realistically it's going to be longer because I always have a lot to say, apparently. And so the thing with these trainings is that you can't see me. You can see me. I can't see you, right? You should be able to see me and hear me. Those of you dialing in through the phone, welcome as well. Obviously, you can just hear me, which is cool. You're not missing anything. It's just me smiling at you and waving my arms around a lot. Cool. So just know, guys, we're going to go for the next hour or so. This training is going to be a little bit different because I'm actually going to coach someone live on the line, which I'm really excited about. And we'll dig into that after I share some of my story, firstly, and a little bit of my coaching journey and background. But please know, if you are someone who's feeling called to basically volunteer for this coaching and receive some live free laser coaching one-on-one in front of the group tonight or this morning or in the middle of the night, wherever you are right now, just know that please make sure, if you are selected, I will unmute you. So just make sure, obviously, that you have some headphones or are in a quiet place. That would be really cool, just so that everyone can hear all of the goodness that is shared. Nice. So cool to be here. Awesome. So where's everyone tuning in from? I'd love to hear where everyone is in the world. I am currently in Dallas, Texas. It is actually my first time here. I am speaking at an event at the moment, which is very cool. Lana's in Sydney. Nice. Amity, you're in France. Very cool. Tori, you're in Adelaide, Australia. Nice. We've got New York, Bali, Costa Rica. Awesome. Cool. Oh, you just missed me. You're in Chicago. Nice, Alex. It's so cool. Nice. Andes Mountains. Very cool. You're up for the coaching. Nice, Dawn. Michigan, Australia, New Zealand. Great to have a Kiwi on the line. Sheffield, UK, Japan. Nice. Amazing. Oh, guys, so blessed for technology, right? How cool is this that we get to do this, that we get to play literally all over the world and have a computer and some Wi-Fi connect us. It's pretty freaking cool, if you ask me. So over the next hour or so, I'm going to go really deep. I tend to talk super fast, so catch up, keep up. Make sure you have a pen and paper, something to journal with, something to take notes with, your laptop, obviously, if you want to take notes on there, and just really go deep with this. Allow yourself to really focus in on this and give it the attention it deserves. You will get out of this training whatever it is that you put into it and the focus and intention you put behind it. So if you need to turn off a phone, then do that. Or if you need to, get into a quiet space, I recommend you do that right now. Let's just really clear the space in order to go deep, okay? Cool. So I'm so excited to share my journey with you guys. And, before I launch into my story, I will just say as well, for those of you who've just jumped on, welcome. It's great to have you here. This training is going to be a little bit different. If you've jumped on one of the live trainings before, I am going to be choosing someone that I'm not working with privately right now and don't know, the intimate details of all their life. And I'm going to be live laser coaching them and to really show you guys, how this works and obviously how you can do this too, and to really share in some of the magic around laser coaching and the system that I've created. So I will run through those details in just a second. Awesome. Great to have you guys on. Welcome. Great to have you here. Very cool. And then I have an amazing opportunity, which I'm going to run through with you guys at the end, which is very cool. And obviously it's all linked in and relative to laser coaching and how you can take this skill set to a new level. And I'm also going to be running through something which is amazing, which is an opportunity that only really comes up once a year, which is pretty cool, and is also tied into into how I've built my business and my team too. So I'm really excited to share that. It very much is a once-off opportunity that doesn't come up. And I have had people for the last 7 to 8 months say, Regan, when are you doing that again? I missed it. I'm ready now. So I'm really excited for you guys to be the first to hear about this, which is very, very, very cool. So play full out, have massive energy. If you love something, type in a yes and let me know. If you have questions, type them through. If they're relevant, I'll get to them right away. If not, I will definitely get them at the end, so make sure you type them through. Nice, you're very excited too. Absolutely. Cool. Okay. So guys, just give me a yes firstly if you'd like to hear a little bit of my story, purely because I love sharing my story, because there's so many lessons and so many nuggets of learning in there, which people, I believe, need to hear, because people see you and they see your life and they see my life now, but they don't know the journey unless you've been on the journey, obviously. So there's so many ups and downs and little moments in time and things which are really critical to observe and absorb and learn from. Cool. Yes, absolutely. I would love to hear it. Awesome. Okay. Cool. So once again, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Regan Hillyer. You can find me on all of the social platforms all over the internet. It's my daily personal goal every single day to flood the internet with amazing content and lots of good stuff. So I am literally everywhere online. And generally, if you follow me, you see me doing some pretty cool work in the world, traveling to amazing places. I've just been in Costa Rica. I'm now in Dallas. I'm in LA next week. I then go to Peru for a couple of weeks, then Ibiza, then Barcelona, to India, and then Australia and New Zealand. Oh, Bali, I miss Bali. There's, so many amazing places. And it really is the essence and the core of my work that allows me to do this. I really believe that at the end of the day, it's easy to make money. It's easy to join the dots. It's easy to build a business if you're committed and if you're willing to put in the work. What is not so easy is really listening and tuning into the divine purpose of your soul. And what is a little bit more challenging is being okay with standing in the vulnerability of really listening to your truth and doing your true work in the world. And I'm going to share some things around my story where I guess I evolved through different layers and different processes, and definitely had some ups and downs and some moments where I fell pretty out of alignment. But I'm, grateful for all of those moments, because they have really led me to where I am now, which allows me to be in the world making a massive impact, literally touching the lives of millions of people with what we do through my work personally, through the coaches we have at Regan Hillyer International, through the work that they do, through the work clients do. We're reaching so many people and we're creating so much change, which for me really is the core of it. So this training is probably going to be one of the most special trainings for me, purely because the content is so close to my heart, and it really is the essence and the soul and the core of everything that I stand for in the world and all of the work that I do in the world and every single life that I touch. So it's, an honor. It really is an honor to share this laser coaching process with you guys, and to go deep and obviously have someone experience this live. It really is a sacred space for me, because at the end of the day, you can build a brand, you can build a business, but if you don't have the core and the heartbeat and the soul and the skill set to get people the results that you desire, then it just doesn't grow, it doesn't work, and if anything, it goes backwards, right? So just give me a yes if this makes sense. Give me a yes if you're feeling me and you understand that, wow, this is cool. We're kind of really digging underneath the surface and looking under the scenes and under the covers and pulling this apart a little bit and going, well, what is the heartbeat behind this vision, and how can you take this and learn from it and pull from it so you can apply it to your own heartbeat and your own vision and go out and create change in the world. Tori, nice. I love how passionate you are when you talk about your life with love. Absolutely. Yes. Very cool. So many goosebumps. Nice. Okay. You guys are amazing. It's so cool to have you on. So again, if you follow me on social and have been, watching my work and my life, and maybe some of you have even worked with me quite closely, I'm seeing some of those names on the line, which is really cool. You'll know that it hasn't always been like this. I always say to people, I didn't just, wake up and travel the world and create a whole lot of change in people's lives and be an expert at really creating massive conscious and unconscious shifts with people so they can completely change the scope of their life. Wasn't really born doing that. So there was definitely a journey in the process. And For me, I grew up in Auckland, New Zealand, and was fortunate to go to an amazing school, still have an amazing family that very much believed in education, but they believed in following the system. And it's so funny when I reflect back because, when you're a kid and your parents are like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I would never in a million years have said, hey, I want to be a coach. Hey, I want to help people take an hour's worth of change and compress that into 20 minutes. That's what really excites me. I would never have said that ever. In fact, when I was younger, I wanted to be a farmer and I had all my animals named, like every single one of them, right down to every chicken. There were 7 chickens. But just know that, the vision evolves and it changes. And, when I take you back to being at school and following the system and my parents telling me, this is what you need to do and you need to then go to school and get good grades and then go to university and study something so you can get a good job. That's what I did. So I have 1 degree in music and another degree just for fun in architecture. And I've never worked a day in my life as an architect, so I definitely don't consider myself an architect. But I'd like to think I'm an architect of my life and an architect of some other people's lives, which is pretty cool. Funny how it all spins back around. But I was pleasing my parents and following the system and working really hard. And I sat in this university lecture and this new lecturer came in and he got us to do a visualization exercise. And he said something along the lines of, future architects, I want you to picture your vision. I want you to picture your life 20 years out from now. And I was like, okay, cool. And I closed my eyes and I started to visualize and I felt absolutely sick to my stomach. And I had one of those moments where it's like my mind kind of disconnected from my body and my mind's like, whoa, what's going on? I don't like what I see. And my body just got up. My body got up and ran out of that lecture theater. And I knew in that moment that, you know what, just because I'm good at this, just because people are telling me this is the right thing to do with my life, just because people are telling me I should be doing this, it felt sickly, deathly in my body and in my stomach. And I knew at my core that there was something else that I needed to do in this world. Can you just give me a yes if you've had that feeling, or maybe you have it right now, where you know at your core that you're destined for more, where you know at your core that there's greatness within you, where you know at your core that, hey, you're actually put here to do something a little bit bigger than what you're doing right now, okay? Yes, one of you, Tori. I hate the delay on these webinars, okay? There's the rest of you guys. Amazing. I'm like, just Tori wants to change the world. There's the rest of you guys. Amity, absolutely cannot go against the feeling in the stomach. Yes, absolutely. I'm meant to change the world. Absolutely. Right. So in that moment, I made a decision, and I made a decision that I was going to figure out how I could not only live an amazing life and fulfill all of my needs and desires, but really do something meaningful in this world. And how could I actually do that and have both and live this amazing life of freedom and choice, but also a life of contribution and impact and really helping other people change and shift and grow. And I thought, you know what? I have no idea how that's going to happen, but I was very clear on what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to be an architect. So I picked up the phone and I called my dad and I was like, Dad, and I had tears running down my face and a burst of confidence in the moment. And I said to him, hey, I've made a decision. I'm not going to be an architect. It's not me. It's not my future. It's not my life. And to my surprise, my dad was like, well, okay, well, cool. If that's what is going to make you happy, then I respect that and I support you. I was like, really? Are you sure? He's like, yeah, I support you. I want you to be happy. Of course. I was like, wow, thanks, Dad. That's really cool. And then Dad said, Regan, what are you going to do? I had absolutely no clue, right? So that's when I thought, well, I better figure this out. So I got online and I went to Google and I started Googling, how do I quit my 9-to-5 job? This was before I had a 9-to-5 job, right? And I started getting flooded with information and I found this ebook, right? And this ebook started showing me all these different ways you could live your life, different ways you could start businesses. It started talking about money mindset and wealth creation and how you could create change in the world and investing. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. So I followed the guy who wrote the book, who is a self-made millionaire in Australia, who, by the way, became extremely good friends with me and I became friends with him, and we are now doing business together. It's just so funny how the world spins. But he was my very first mentor, and I went to his event, and that's when I started throwing myself in deep. I started investing money that I did not have. I started getting further and further into debt. And, I was fully committed just to finding a way. Now, still at this point, I had no idea that coaching was the answer. I just knew I needed coaching. I was like, well, I need to be coached so I can try and change my life, right? I wasn't in a position to help other people, right? I was just like, okay, I'm just feeling so lost. I just want clarity and direction of what I'm meant to be doing in this world. And I got to this point where, I was going deep into so many strategies, starting businesses, investing in property, trading currency, sales, you name it, right? And I had this moment where, nothing was clicking, and I was really frustrated. And I said to one of my mentors, you know what, maybe this just isn't for me. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe the success is for the other people, poor me, right? And he was like, Regan. And he turned around and he laughed in my face. And he's like, you've got it all backwards. He's like, look, success is 80% psychology. And then only 20% what you do on the outside. You're getting it all wrong. And I was like, okay, well, I'm listening. Coach, what do I do? And he's like, well, you need to go to work on you. You need to do the internal work. You guys should be writing this stuff down, by the way. Like, I'm telling you this not just to tell you my story. I'm telling you this so you know what to do to change your life, right? So that's when I dug in deep and I started working on this. I started working on me. And I dug deep into NLP, into hypnosis, success strategies, matrix energetics work, other forms of hypnotic language, everything, anything I could get my hands on. I was like, okay, I have to work on me. I have to shift this. I have to shift my mindset. And that's when everything started shifting. And sure enough, the scope of my life started shifting. I started starting businesses and they started working, and my money stuff started shifting, and my body was getting better and my energy was better, and I started having amazing relationships with people. Everything started elevating and shifting. Why? Because I was doing the work on me. And here's the interesting thing that happened. People started noticing. People started noticing this feisty, broke, in debt, stressed out about her life, kind of determined to figure out a way, university student who had started really creating some results in her life. And they started coming to me, and people started saying, Regan, you know what, I've been watching you and I'm seeing what you're doing, and I can see this and that, and you look happier. How are you doing that? And so I started teaching the people closest to me what I knew. And I was like, well, you know what? Do this and don't do that, and definitely don't do this. And this is important. Oh, you're going through that. Okay, well, here's how I did this. I started showing them. And it was in that moment that I thought, wow, you know what? I love this. I started going to sleep at night super satisfied and filled up. And I wasn't necessarily making any money from that at that point in time. And then it occurred to me, I was like, you know what? What am I doing? Why am I feeling so good? I'm actually helping these people. I'm coaching these people. In some ways, I'm mentoring these people. I'm just helping them use the strategies that I've tapped into, and I'm sharing that with them. So that's when I evolved into working with people one-on-one. I was never someone, guys, that thought, okay, I want to be a coach, and now I'm going to go and study to be a life coach. I never did that. This journey was organic, and it was coming through me, and it was almost by accident, okay? It's not what I was intentionally thinking my life was going to be like. So I started working with people one-on-one, and you know what? It was amazing, and I had all these incredible clients, and I started literally building myself a job where I was on the phone each and every single day, loving the people that I was working with, loving the results that I was getting. But what was happening to me? I was stressed out, I was tired, and I was exhausted. Now, my journey continued on, and the business evolved, and I went to, speaking to groups, and then launching everything online, and, scaling from literally zero to over $1 million in under a year online. Like, I did some really cool stuff from that side of things. But one thing that stayed constant through that whole journey, right, through the years and years and years of that, was the coaching component. There hasn't been one moment in time where I haven't in some way been coaching people in order for them to shift and elevate and get results. And so for those of you who don't know me well, I get obsessed with things, okay? So I was in this place in my business a few years ago where everything was moving, everything was growing, everything was good. Clients were getting amazing results, and it would have been very easy for a normal person to sit back and go, wow, this is good, don't touch it if it's not broken, right? Let's just leave it how it is. But instead, with my obsession of trying to constantly shift my life to the next level, I thought, okay, what could be even better? And I looked at the client results and I thought, well, man, like, can they get any better? Like, you know, I'm really giving them everything that I have. They're doing the work. They're committed. They're getting amazing results. And I thought, okay, when I'm working with people privately, when I'm on the phone with them, when I'm really one-to-one with them, helping them shift and elevate their life, what would be better? And this thing came to me. And it was like this voice in my head that was like, well, it would just happen faster. It was like, what do you mean faster? Like, you know, I'm already spending like less than an hour with people. Like, that's pretty good. I used to spend 2 to 3 hours on the phone sometimes, and then I got it so refined that I got it down to an hour, and I thought that was amazing. And then I thought about it. I thought, imagine if I could get my clients the same results that we have in an hour, but what if I could do it in under 20 minutes? And it kind of became this challenge for me, just this own little personal challenge in the bubble of Regan, right? And I thought, what if I could do that? And so I started thinking about it. Well, how would I do that? And I took everything I had and I started pulling it apart and playing with it and compressing it and looking at, okay, how do I use NLP and hypnotic language? How do I use every tool that I've studied to compress it into a system where I know that I can jump in one-on-one with someone, go deep, and get them faster results and bigger results in less than 20 minutes versus spending an hour getting to the same result, okay? Give me a yes, by the way, if you think that's cool. And if you understand the importance of this, we're in a world where everyone is so time poor. You know, a lot of people I work with privately, their challenge is not where do I find the money? Their challenge is where do I find the time to do this, right? So if I can help people save time, then for me, that's more valuable than helping them save money. You can create money, but you can never get your time back. It's so important. And we live in a world where there's so much time scarcity. There's so much lack of time, right? Okay, cool. Yes, amazing. Got it. Bubble of Regan. Yeah. What goes on in the bubble of Regan, Dawn? It's a dangerous place to be. Absolutely. You guys got it. Okay, so I started working with people using this system that I later called laser coaching, because it was like, boom, laser focus into getting them really fast results. And then I thought, well, imagine if I could show other people how to do this too. All of a sudden, it's not just me getting people fast results, it's me showing people how to get fast results. So what I did is I developed a system, a process, a program, which compacts everything down and shows you how to actually coach someone from where they are to where they want to be in under 20 minutes, getting laser fast results. And the coolest thing is, anyone who learns this system doesn't have to go and do 10 years of learning NLP and getting certified as a hypnotherapist and doing this and doing that and literally spending $500,000 on their own freaking education. Instead, you just take what's relevant and use the system, right? Give me a yes if that makes sense, right? Yes, absolutely, got it. Absolutely. Yeah, a stack of you guys are ready to play at this level. Love it. Yes. So cool. Right. So this is as well going more back into the business side of things. This is part of how I grew my team. So at Regan Hillyer International, we have an amazing team. We also have an amazing team of coaches. So each and every single one of these coaches have been trained by me as to how to be a laser coach, right? And they've been certified through Regan Hillyer International through the laser coaching program, and they know how to go boom and get people super fast results in under 20 minutes. So I just think it's so cool. It's so cool that we can go out there, create rapid change, and do this in a compressed way where there's more people out in the world saving people time, helping people change their life, and doing it in an elevated way. Brilliant. Love. Cool. I'm glad you guys are loving it. Like I said, this is so important to me. This is the heartbeat of my work. This is the heartbeat of the vision. I keep whacking the table, guys. I'm like, that's how passionate I am about this. Okay, so that was basically my story in a nutshell in terms of how laser coaching was born. There were lots of lessons in there as well around, you know, doing the work and what it takes, and also how everything shifted. You're the bomb. Thanks, Pam. Natalie. Cool. I do have a recording. We can get that to you, Natalie, if you jumped on late. Okay, so guys, what I want to do now is I want to show you some laser coaching in progress, right? Some laser coaching live, some laser coaching where I put a blindfold on and literally go, you, right? And like I said, I'm not going to pick someone I'm working with privately. I can see people I'm working with privately here. No, I'm not going to pick you. You get your own private laser coaching sessions. But if you feel called, if you feel excited, if you feel like, you know what, I would love this opportunity for me to literally go deep with you and coach you so that everyone else can tune in and listen to how this system is used, because there is a deep system around this. I want you to type through and let me know, and I want you to tell me what is one specific thing that you would like to change. Okay, so get specific. Do not say money. Do not say abundance. Do not say like losing weight. Right? I want specifically. Like, I want to manifest $10,000 in the next 30 days, as a random example. Okay, I want you to type through. All right, you guys are typing yes, please. Cool. I want you to type through. I'm going to give it a couple of seconds for you guys to type, and I want you to tell me if you have been called to this. If you want to jump on live with me, remember you have to be in a quiet space. Don't want any noisy coaching going on. I want you to just type through and let me know, what would you want to work on, okay? What would you want to work on? Okay. You guys have to type quickly, otherwise I'm going to just pick someone at random. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. Okay. Let me just check on all these comments. Okay, cool. Katie, what do you feel like is specifically holding you back? I just want to get clarity on that. Okay, cool. Wow, lots of good ones in here. This is going to be hard to pick. Okay, nice. Okay, awesome. Cool. Nice. Oh my gosh, these are all amazing. You guys have such quality problems. I'm on real estate too. Okay, cool. 30K a month. Nice. Just for months. Doing a passion about working location free and spy down months. Okay, nice. Oh my gosh, how am I meant to choose? Okay, this is stressing me out. Everyone's really good. Okay. Me and my money relationship as of today. Coming to this space. Okay, I'm not looking at the names, by the way. I'm just reading the comments. I'm working on being the millionaire. Still seem to have to. Okay, feel like I have enough experience, or that I'm not good enough to coach others. Okay, so good coaching. Cool. I want to manifest clarity on my vision for my work. Nice. Money blocks. Yeah, some of you guys are typing through like 10 things. Okay. Okay, I'm nailing it down to my top 3. Okay. Cool. Okay, amazing. All right. Okay. Okay, who's this one? I want to create $14,000 in 7 days from truly speaking my truth message and doing soul work. By the way, guys, I'm going to pick someone who I feel is relevant to the whole group with what you guys typed through. So I feel like probably everyone here would like to manifest a large chunk of money reasonably quickly from speaking the truth and doing their core work. So Tammy, yeah, Tammy's going, that's me, Tammy. All right, Tammy, if you were game, if you were up for it, I'm going to unmute you. You guys are all amazing, by the way, everyone that's typing through. Tammy. Wow, there's lots of people in here. Okay, Tammy, I'm going to unmute you. And you may need to unmute yourself at your end as well. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Tammy.
Hello.
I am amazing. How are you?
Fabulous. I jumped on the call literally as you were saying, type in if you want it. So
You're amazing. You're amazing. You've just jumped on. Okay, cool. Can everyone just give me a yes if they can hear Tammy and myself? Margarita says sharing some love to Tammy. Nice. Okay, yes, cool. You guys have got it. Okay, perfect. Hi, Tammy. Okay, amazing. Tammy, where are you calling in from right now?
I'm in Bagara, which is in Queensland, Australia.
Nice. Queensland, Australia. Very cool. Technology, right? All the way to Dallas, Texas, where I am right now, of all places, which is so cool. Now, Tammy, just for these guys to clarify, we don't work together privately. We don't do calls. We don't do anything like that, right?
Not privately.
No,
Although
not privately.
Your mastermind.
Yeah, right. We've done some work in the past, but not one-on-one. Cool. You guys can hear Tammy. That's perfect. Okay, cool. So let's dive in deep with this. Let me just grab your exact language so I have it up. in front of me. Cool. So creating $14,000 in 7 days from truly speaking my truth and message and doing the soul work. Fantastic. Very, very, very cool. So, Tammy, are you ready to dive into this?
I think so.
You think so? Do you know so? Yeah, firstly, thank you for doing this. I know it's a brave thing to do with all of these crazy people listening in on the line, which is very cool. So firstly, I just wanted to check in with you. Do I have permission to go deep with you and to really call out any blocks and limitations and potentially kick your ass if needs be? Is that okay?
100%, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. I have to check because if I don't, people are like, whoa, why are you kicking my ass? I didn't ask for that. I wanted you to be nice for me, but that's not really what laser coaching is all about, obviously. So tell me a little bit about your goal. You said you wanted to create 14K in 7 days from truly speaking your true message and doing soul work. Tell me a little bit more about that. What does that mean to you?
So I want that specifically because I'm going away for 2 weeks and I won't be in one-on-one practice during that time. And I want to replace the income and actually replace more than the income that I would have earned from seeing my one-on-one clients in that 7-day period, so that I feel like, I don't know, really good about myself and not feeling worried. And there's also some things that I want to create and pay for. And I just know that I need to, I'm stuck in a rut when it comes to income, and it hasn't elevated in quite some time. And I know that the way to elevate that is from becoming more present and visible online, and yet I keep choosing not to do that and not speaking my truth. And I know that deep down I have a powerful truth and I have a powerful message, but there's just, I don't know, so much fear or so much, I keep doubting myself on what it actually is that I do, or who it is actually is that I help, or what the transformation is that I actually offer people. And so I'm not consistent in I'm not consistent in offering stuff in anything really, because I think I don't trust myself.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Got it. Okay, perfect. Thanks for sharing all that. That makes total sense. And I really feel like a lot of people as well are resonating probably with exactly where you're at. What is the largest amount of money that you've generated in 7 days before, roughly, ballpark figure?
Cash received.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is a cash received goal, not a sales goal, right?
Yeah, definitely cash received goal.
Okay.
I think probably around the 10,000 mark.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Cool.
Maybe slightly more. Yeah. It's not a massive stretch on what's been done before. Well, it is, but it's been done before.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that makes total sense. Now, when you feel into the feeling of receiving or creating $14,000 within 7 days, what feeling comes up for you?
It excites me, but I'm also kind of like, well, why aren't you asking for more at the same time? And then on the other hand, there's the, well, what makes you think you're going to receive that anyway when you never do anyway? So there's lots of mixed emotions.
Right. Okay. Okay. Amazing. So here's the thing, like when unconscious blocks and limits are sitting under the surface, if we don't bring them to the surface and look them in the eye, the resistance is going to continue to be there, right? So you just basically told me your resistance. You told me that, firstly, like 14K isn't enough, right? And then you said, like, why aren't I asking for more? And then secondly, what makes you think you're going to receive that? Because it's not like basically a regular occurrence for you to receive that, right? So yeah. Here's the thing, in terms of money energy, right? If you, like, money is a vibration, money is a game, money is an energetic game. So if you can't receive a certain vibration or a certain amount of money unless you're vibrating at the same frequency as that money, okay? So here's the thing, you're skirting either side of it, right? You're skirting on a lower vibration of going, you know what, that's not enough, right? So it's an unconscious sabotage block of going, well, I don't need that amount because that's not the right amount because that's not enough, right? And we'll
Yeah.
look in a second whether there's truth in that or not. And then the other side of you is also like, well, that's too much, basically, because what makes you think you can receive that when it's not a standard regular occurrence, right? So if you were to tune in and actually ask yourself, what is the amount that you actually want or that you actually need? Like where did you get the 14K from? Because I know you said you wanted to cover what it is that you make plus a little bit more. Like, where did you get that number from?
It's partly from, covering what I would have made and my husband would have made while we're away. And the other part of it is when I break it down and go, well, what do I want to pay for? Then that is part of it. But actually, if I really wanted to say, well, what do I actually want my money to go for? It would be a $28,000 goal, not a $14,000 goal.
Okay. And why 28?
Because that covers like the money that I want to put into savings and investments and some upskilling that I want to do and a holiday that I want to book. Like it covers and tax, and it covers all of the things of like the actual dream life that I would like to be leading.
Okay, great. And just so I'm super clear, because it sounds like you have done this, have you gone and have you worked out to get K here, 3K here, $500 here? Like, have you done that and that's the total?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So here's the thing. 28K is the aligned amount. And this is such a good lesson for anyone listening in, because so many people think that, if it's bigger, it's not in alignment, which is not necessarily the case. I've had people go for something which is smaller in terms of money work, and then they realize that's not in alignment, so they don't vibrate with it. They don't call it in. And then they realize that their truth is actually a higher amount, and they manifest that. I know it sounds crazy, but honestly, it sounds like your aligned amount is actually 28K. So the other part of this question is, does that 28K have to happen in 7 days? What's the time frame?
It doesn't have to happen in 7 days. And if it didn't, and that's probably why I don't create it, because
right.
I'm comfortable as I am, but the 28K is me becoming a higher level version of who I am.
Got it. So what is the time zone and the time frame in which this 28K, needs to manifest? I know you'd like it in 24 hours, but what's the realistic, like, hey, look, I need this amount of money to be allocated for these things by this time?
I guess probably 40. Well, there's some things that there's no necessarily allocation on it. Like, I guess I don't have to put money aside for an investment, or I don't have to put money aside for other things, but they're things that I want to put money aside for, because that's in alignment with what I really desire to start doing. So I guess more of an aligned goal would be either 2 weeks or 21 days.
Okay, so which one? 2 weeks?
14.
14 days. Okay, interesting. Cool. So we've got a completely new goal. So feeling into $28,000 in 14 days, what part of you doesn't believe that that can come from speaking your truth and doing soul work?
I don't know. I guess I rationally believe it's possible. I just don't believe it's possible for me.
Why not?
I guess there's a part of me that doesn't feel like I deserve that, or like I'm good enough for that, or that people, I don't know, maybe people won't get results with me on that level, or that I'll have to do stuff that I don't like. Well, not that I don't like, but that I don't truly, that's not truly my soul work. I guess there's a part of me that feels like I'd have to kind of keep being somebody I'm not in order to create that.
Got it. Okay, so basically you believe that you don't deserve it, you're not good enough, people won't get results. You have to do things that you don't like doing, and you have to basically be someone that you're not in order to manifest at that level.
Yeah.
Okay, and is that mindset going to get you there? Is it going to call that in?
No.
Okay, so now that this unconscious stuff, because this is under the surface, you're not walking around going, people won't get results if you work with me, come and work with me. This is all unconscious material, right? So now that this has been brought to the surface, now we have the ability to simply make a decision, right? We make a decision of going, okay, cool, I'm going to take these beliefs because they're comfortable and I've had them for ages, and I'm going to continue to not shift and try, but not shift and give myself validation that I can't do it. Or in this moment, we can choose to release it, and we can choose to actually create and form a whole new mindset in this moment. So what do you think the higher version of you would choose to believe if you knew that 28K in 14 days was done, it was locked and loaded, it was already sorted? What would that version of you believe in order to have this call in and show up even faster? So the energy now is not, can I create it? Is it possible? It's done, right? It's absolutely done. It's done. It's locked in your unconscious mind. It's sorted. What would the higher version of you choose to believe in order to have it show up even faster in under 14 days?
She totally believed that that was possible, that it was easy, that it was fun, that people were lining up to work with her, that people got amazing results from, doing the work and finding their truth and learning how to live their life in purpose and alignment, and just seeing that the blocks that they have are really just the fluff that's hiding from the truth. She believed that it was easy to speak her truth and that her content was transformational, whether it was free or paid or otherwise. She believed that it was just totally easy to be in flow and trust to intuition and know what needed to be said and when it needed to be said. And she believed that the mindset work actually worked for her.
Vital. Yes, I agree with all of that, and they're all super powerful beliefs. So with that new mindset locking into place right now, what would the higher version of you actually be doing right now in order to accelerate these results? Because we know that it's not enough just to talk about it or think about it or say, okay, cool, like I'm just going to meditate on it now, or sit in my room and watch the law of attraction and it's going to show up. You obviously have to take the action. So what are you specifically going to do in order to go out and have this result manifest even faster?
Speak more, write more, offer more, create more, operate from intuition, and trust more.
Okay, amazing. And does any part of that feel hard or confusing or overwhelming?
None of it feels hard. It's just that I don't know, I guess I just don't believe deep down that it's possible for me.
Right. And what is the one thing stopping you believing that right now?
Me.
And within you?
I'm not quite sure I understand.
Is that what's stopping you, or you don't understand the question?
I don't understand the question. Like
Okay, the question is, what is it within you that doesn't believe it's possible?
I guess old beliefs that I've taken on, or old identities, other people's stuff.
And so what do you know that you need to do in order to shift that?
Trust it and release it.
And how are you going to release it?
I don't know.
And if you did know?
I don't know, maybe just forgive myself or forgive the things that I was modeled or took on to believe is true. And maybe just love myself through the process of it.
And how would it feel knowing that you had shifted all of the unconscious beliefs that were holding you back in the past, and you were now operating not only with an aligned outcome that was totally aligned, but you knew how to align your frequency to that, and you knew that the secret, the key for you personally right now was really trusting and surrendering into the release of forgiveness of anything past that was holding you back, so that you could shift and elevate and have this 28Ks show up in less than 14 days, because you're having all of this happen faster. How does that feel now for you?
It would feel really liberating. And just freeing.
Amazing. So, yeah, totally. So what do you know you need to do now? Like literally straight after this call, what are you going to do?
Well, literally, I have to go to a meeting. But then
after that, then.
I think I just need to write and trust that whatever comes out is the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I need
what else are you going to do?
I need to forgive my past.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. What else are you going to do?
Write and speak and put something out to offer.
Offers. Awesome.
Offers, and lock into the identity. Just go back into the identity of those new beliefs, and probably, just spend some time grounding in nature into that feeling.
Awesome. And what else are you going to do?
Start learning how to trust myself.
Uh-huh. And what else?
Cry a little bit more.
Perfect. Release it. Get rid of this emotion. Like, get rid of what's stuck in there. Absolutely. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. So you're going to write and you're going to trust more. You're going to work on forgiving your past. You're going to take action and put out offers to your audience that I know you know how to do. You're going to lock in the identity of your new beliefs that we touched on this call. You're going to ground into nature. You're going to trust yourself, and you're going to be okay with crying and releasing emotion. Now, when is all of this going to happen by? When are you going to start this process?
This afternoon.
Okay, awesome. And when's that first offer going out?
Tonight.
Amazing. Very cool. So everyone needs to go to Tammy's Facebook and keep her accountable for this offer, which is going to be unleashed from a total place of trust and surrender. Tammy, how are you feeling now?
A bit more at peace.
Nice. Very, very, very cool. Now, obviously, we've started the process through the session. Like, we've gone deep, and just know that, and this is for all you guys, when you go deep and when you do the work, we're shifting a lot of stuff. We're shifting stuff over years and years and years and years and years, the majority of the time. So sometimes it can feel weird, and I encourage you guys to always look for what is different, not what is the same, right? Our brain is tuned to go, what's the same, what's the same? It's still looking for the old patterns and the old beliefs and the old fears. But if you start tuning your brain to go, well, what's actually different right now? You start noticing the shifts and the changes. Cool. Yeah, people are saying, wow, even Tammy's voice sounds different. Big love for you, Tammy. So cool. Well done, Tammy. Amazing. I know how you feel. Amazing. Yes, go Tammy. Amazing. Very cool. And lots of people sharing your money goal around money and time frame as well, which is so cool. So, Tammy, do you have any last questions or anything else you want to ask me?
I guess part of me wants to ask how you trust. But I know that that's a mindset thing, and then the only way to trust is to just trust and release and keep standing in it, I think.
Right.
So
you answered your own question. You simply make a decision to. And you really just know that no one's forcing you to trust or not trust externally. It has to come from within, and it's choosing. And you know what? Sometimes it's not just choosing once. It's reaffirming and choosing every single minute of every single day. And sometimes you just need to do that every minute until it becomes a pattern, until it becomes your unconscious makeup, until your mind starts shifting and realigning to natural trust. But yeah, you have to do the work on it, basically. It's the internal alchemy of really committing to doing the work there, which, again, you're completely capable of.
And I do the work. I just don't trust it.
Right. And imagine how powerful it is now, knowing that you're choosing to trust and everything that you've done is going to come to fruition and click into play.
That would be kind of life-changing.
Right. Your choice.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. It's so cool. Thank you so much for playing and for being so open and so vulnerable on this call. I know it's not easy. It's definitely not easy talking about money stuff in front of a whole lot of people. So you've been amazing. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you for letting me play.
You're awesome. Cindy. Oh, I muted myself, not Tammy. Okay, there we go. Let me mute Tammy. What I said when I was on mute, I said sending you so much love with all those tears. Mad love, Tammy. Thank you for sharing, Tammy. His trust is huge. You're not alone, girl. It's hard to let go of the fear. It is, Tori, or it's easy. It's a choice. It's all a choice in the moment. Okay, cool. So, guys, how was that? How was that listening to that session? And what was one of the biggest things that you realized about laser coaching? Now, obviously, there's a set system with laser coaching that you pull from different things, depending on what your client is going through, depending on what they're looking to shift, and depending on what is in their reality. So it's kind of like you have this huge toolbox when you're a laser coach, and then you pick that, and that, which is what you need in order to shift. So I was doing a lot there in terms of NLP, in terms of hypnotic language, in terms of going into the unconscious mind, in terms of shifting beliefs. Did you notice that I didn't really tell her anything, yet I pulled out all the answers that were already in her? I didn't say, Tammy, this is your belief and this is your fear. I was like, what is it? What is it? And I asked the right questions so that she could realize that, hey, all of this is in her, and she's also her own teacher. She gave me all of the answers of everything she needed to do. And trust me, if I didn't agree with them, I'd tell her. But I was like, yeah, you're right. You know, this stuff is within you. This is what laser coaching is about. It's not about you being a guru. It's about you having the ability to pull the greatness out of your client, right? Very true. Awesome. So cool. That was amazing. And you're right, Mo. Yeah, the client has to be willing. And that's why I checked it in the beginning. Like, are you really cool to do this? Do you want to do this? Because if you're not, I can't get you results, right? Amazing. You don't have to take a long time to go deep. Super fast, right? Under 20 minutes, right? Redirecting my brain during the day. Yeah, and even that session being 20 minutes, usually it'd be half that because I was explaining more for you guys on the call so you get value. Freaking awesome. Asking pivotal deep questions, summarized all the answers. Yeah, I fed everything back to her. Absolutely. The answers are there if you listen for them. Yes, awesome. Provided clarity on being very specific with a goal from previous calculations on thoughts and making it more real. Otherwise, you won't reach your goals. Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the tools in the laser coaching toolbox is helping people make sure they're in alignment with what they're calling in. Because you know what, if your goals aren't in alignment, you're either not going to call them in or you'll just call them in really slowly, or you'll call them in and then sabotage them because they're not what you actually wanted. Okay. Cool. So guys, looking at the time, just give me a yes if you've loved this and if it's been super cool and beneficial, starting to understand the journey of laser coaching and the process and how it all came to fruition. And it's really cool that you guys got to actually, you know, see it live in the flesh. Because most people don't get that opportunity unless you're working with myself or someone in the team really closely. Thank you so much. You guys are so welcome. Absolutely. Amazing. Cool. Glad we were the first. Totally. Thanks for sharing. Absolutely. Super beneficial. Thank you. Right. Yes. Very, very, very cool. Okay. So guys, what I want to dig into now, I'm just keeping an eye on the time, is a really, 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 really super freaking cool opportunity that I am so beyond excited about. Like I said, this literally happens once a year. I have had people bugging me for the last, I'm not kidding, for the last 7 to 8 months, sending me messages saying, Regan, like, when is this happening again? I didn't even follow you before this. I didn't know about it. Like, I really want to be an amazing coach. Like, how do I do it? And I'm like, I only do it once a year. Like, I did that. Anyway, the time is now. For all of you guys that are watching this who were the crazy people messaging me, now is your time. Now is your time. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm about to explain. So we've been talking on this session all about laser coaching and how this works. And here's the thing. Like I said, what I did is I broke down this laser coaching system. I pulled all of the nearly 10 years of my own personal development, spending over $500,000 on my own education, tools, NLP, hypnosis, all this good stuff, compacted this into a system, nailed it with my own clients to help them get results, and then decided to teach other people how to do the same thing with a big mission of going, you know, how do I create coaches? So people that aren't coaches, who want to become coaches, who want to be out in the world being raw and authentic authentic and real and really pulling the greatness out of people and getting amazing results with people? How do I help those people? And at the same time, how do I help people that are already coaches, but they're looking to up level, they're looking to go deeper, they're looking to accelerate, they're looking to take their skill set to a new level. And of course, both of these groups of people are looking to save time for themselves and for their clients, right? Because it's not just about you and your precious time, although I know that it's important. It's amazing knowing that you can help people and say, hey, I'm not only going to get you massive results, but I'm going to save you a stack of time in this process, which is very, very, very cool. Nice. Nice, Mo. Amazing. Mo's like, tell me what it is. And we'll do it. Okay, so here's how this is working. Here's the cool thing that we're doing right now, which is kicking off very soon, which only happens once a year. And this is my laser coaching program, and it is called Coach the Coach. And how it works is it is a 5-week intensive. Now, when I say intensive, I mean intensive, okay? I actually, when I sat down and I had my laser coaching system and I designed it, I actually had it as a 10-week program. Right? Initially, I had it 10 weeks and I was like, well, there's this and then there's this and then you build on that and this, and I mapped it out and I was like, it's definitely 10 weeks. And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? This is all about helping people get super fast results, right? Fast being the ultimate word. And I was like, people don't want to wait 10 weeks to get someone fast results. I was like, damn it, I'm going to have to make it bigger and better. So what I did is I took the 10 weeks and I compressed it into 5 just to make it even more crazy for you guys, a little bit more intense. But of course, this means you all come out the other end as laser coaches and getting people amazing results in under 5 weeks of this training. Now, I know a lot of people that go out and they do, other coaching certifications, and it literally takes them like 3 months to 12 months. And to be honest, I really don't believe they then go and get super fast results with people, okay? So this is like giving you everything compacted and really fast so that you can keep the main thing, and go out there and get massive results in the field, okay? Dawn, I said to Tonya about wanting to coach coaches less than 3 days ago. Wow, that's so cool. Amazing. Awesome, Lucas. Cool. So here's how it's going to work over the 5 weeks. Let me run you through all the details. Actually, just give me a yes if you do want to hear it. I just want to make sure this is in alignment for you guys. It seems like a lot of you guys on here are super passionate about creating massive change and changing people's lives. Okay, yes. Tori's typing yes 100 times. Okay, I got it. Amazing. Okay, so how this looks is this is weekly private group coaching where you come in and you have me once a week, okay? And this is where I literally teach you everything that I know when it comes to being a brilliant coach, an amazing laser coach, and really ensuring that your clients get really amazing results super fast, okay? So it's 5 weeks. We do the one session. Last time I ran this, they were meant to go for an hour. Most of them were way longer than that. But you know what? They're super fun. They're super intense. And they're very much calls where we do the work on the call, right? So we dig in and it's literally like, okay, here's this, write it down. Now let's do it. So collectively, we do it as a community. They're designed in a way where it's great if you're on live because you can obviously type in and ask questions. That's perfect. But if you're not, it's amazing as well. You can still tune into the recordings, okay? Now, one of the coolest things about this 5-week intensive with the Coach program is that we're all in an amazing private VIP Facebook community. And the buzz in there, oh my gosh, from last time, it's crazy. It's super freaking cool, right? Now, one of the coolest things I love about this program is within that group, you have a laser coaching coach in crime, okay? Now, you pair up for these 5 weeks, and you basically, when I teach you the laser coaching system piece by piece by piece over the 5 weeks, you then practice on each other and you go deep on each other. So not only are you becoming an amazing coach, you're actually getting coached the whole time, which is kind of just freaking crazy and so genius and amazing. And everyone loves it, which is very cool. Doesn't get better than that. Absolutely 100% present. Super cool. Right. So over the 5 weeks, what I do is, like I said, I teach you everything you know so that at the end you come out with the entire skill set to take someone through a laser coaching session, go super deep, super fast, and have everything in your toolbox, knowing how to use it, when to use it, and how to pull from it. So each week we take little chunks. So I break down like the first part of the call in week 1 and go, okay, here's how you set it up. Here's how you ensure that you build a connection with your client. Here's how you do this and that, and this is important, and here's the hypnotic language you need to use. And I just give you everything. And then you practice it that week with your partner, and then we build on it each week, which is very cool. So some of the things that are mind blown. You guys are awesome. So some of the things that we cover off is obviously the full laser coaching program. We talk about how to get your clients rapid results. So really coming from the space of knowing that, okay, I'm working with someone, they're here, they want to be here, I know how to shift them there. Now, here's the coolest thing is that in order to do that, and this is what I love so much about the system, in order to help someone go from where they are to where they desire to be, you do not need to be at their B point. You do not need to be at their end point. You do not need to have achieved the goal. Why? Because everything is within them, and your job is to pull their greatness out of them, not share your guru expertise about what you think is best. It's not about that. So what this means is that you can have a client come through and saying, hey, I'm only doing $1 million. I want to do $10 million. Laser coach me. And if you haven't done that, you still have the system to get them their results, okay? I can have someone, for example, come through and let's say, random example, they're like massively overweight and they want to have a super amazing body. I can do that laser coaching system even though I haven't been massively like obese, for example, right? Okay, but I can still get in there because I understand the system. Just give me a yes if this is making sense. So when you have this, you don't all of a sudden have to have this perfect life where you have 100% of the results that all of your clients looking to have because you have the system. Nice, cool. Awesome. So I teach you guys how to break through their blocks and their limits, how to get really clear on what is stopping them, what is blocking them, what is holding them back. And then I show you, which is exactly what I did with Tammy, guys, all this stuff, how to lead them to their own strategy. So it's not about you saying, okay, well, you know what? You want to get better at investing. Here's the 10 ways to get better at investing. It's like, no, here's how you show them how to create their own strategy, because the strategy is only in an alignment if it's in alignment with them, okay? We talk about as well how to create specific coaching tasks for your clients so that, the 20 minutes is really to shift their change, shift their mind, but then they need to go and do the work. Like I said to Tammy, like, what are you going to do right now? Okay, like you've got to go do the work now. It is up to them, obviously, to go deep and commit to the fire and do the work. So you show them how they create this specific coaching task and these specific action items that need to happen in order for the change to be created, okay? I also show you how to take someone really deep really fast. You'll notice, like when I was coaching Tammy, there's no fluff. I was like, hey, how's it going? You're awesome. Okay, let's go. Like, let's do the work, right? So I show you how to drop in really fast. Now, here's the thing. If you don't know how to do this and you try and drop in really fast with a client, you'll lose them. You'll break rapport with them. They won't feel safe. They won't feel comfortable. And they'll be like, whoa, like she's really pushy. Okay, there's a lot of unconscious language patterns, a lot of energy work, a lot of unconscious things that are going on in the background when you're laser coaching someone, which allows them to connect with you instantly. We also talk about how to really create a holistic approach to coaching. So what's really important is teasing in when you're working with people, like, okay, great, how does this affect you holistically through your whole life? Because I don't want to be responsible for creating coaches out in the world that only focus on one person's category of life, rather, okay? Because here's the thing. If you don't take a holistic approach around a grounded, holistic mindset, they'll go and they'll create the goal, but their life will get totally out of whack and out of balance. They'll get unbalanced with their results, which isn't healthy and not good, okay? Just give me a yes if this makes sense, by the way, if you understand the importance of unconsciously shifting their whole life, even if they're like, I'm focused on the money, I'm focused on the health. You're like, yeah, okay, great. But you're doing the work to shift their whole reality instead of part of their reality. It's one of my like biggest pet hates when I see coaches only shifting one part of their reality. I'm like, how are you unconsciously missing all this stuff? Like, you're really doing them a disservice, okay? Natalie, this is what happens in the chiropractic world for letting patients know what timing and treatments are required for them to truly get better. Right, absolutely. Definitely. Alignment. You guys got it. Okay. So obviously, we're helping you become the best coach possible, right? And one of the best things as well around this program is we do spend a lot of time looking at, well, who do you need to become in order to accelerate your clients' results? At the end of the day, the system's amazing, but you need to do the work on yourself. And every time you go deeper into your own journey and your own inner work, you have a larger capacity to help someone shift their stuff, right? So I teach you how to do this through tools with NLP, through hypnotic language, through energetic mindset tools. I show you how to instantly build this connection with people and so much more, right? I could literally spend another hour hour, like going through all the tools. And one of the coolest things as well is that obviously when you're learning how to do all this work on people, you're learning all these amazing tools which you can then go and do on yourself, right? So if you're sitting there in this program, you're like, I now know how to recognize fear. In fact, I can recognize these 4 types of fears, and I understand the 5 different ways that I could pull from and use a tool to shift that fear instantly. That's great if you're helping someone else, but hello, do you think you're also going to use that on yourself? I would hope so, right? So the intent is how do we coach people, but also underlying all of this is how to use all these tools to coach yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, if you can be your own best coach, then man, trust me, your life is going to blow up, okay? So give me a yes if you're with me so far, and if you're really grasping the depth of this, how it's put together. Like I said, I only do this once a year. Last time it literally blew up and you know, people were just, it's just crazy. It's loving it. It's totally powerful. Yes, 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 right? And I only do it once a year, guys, by the way, purely because it's such a big energetic thing for me to do. It's like 5 weeks of like intensity and being in there, and the calls are full on, and it's like, it's kind of massive. And I love it, but once a year is definitely enough. Okay, so one of the really cool things, because I get asked this question all the time, Regan, how do I coach with you? How do I be a part of your team? Oh my gosh, you have an amazing team at Regan Hillyer International. How do I become one of the coaches? So here's the thing. You can only become a coach with us if you've done this program. Okay, this is the prerequisite in order to even be considered to be a coach, right? We don't hire. We have 15 coaches at Regan Hillyer International currently. Not one of them is like someone that we've like Googled and, oh yeah, they're a certified life coach and this and that, we'll just hire them. No, okay, every single one of them is in the field doing the work, and every single one of them invested and came through this program, committed to their own growth of being a coach, and then applied and said, hey, I'd love to be a part of the team. And we went, okay, awesome, let's do that, right? So just know that if that is a part of your vision, and for some of you it will be, for some of you it definitely won't be, if it is for you, just know that this is the base. This is what you need to do. We're not even going to consider saying yes to you as being part of the coaching team unless you have this basis, okay? Cool. Nice. This is it. Nice, Natalie. Love it. Amazing to work for RHI. Yeah, I mean, it is a pretty freaking cool team, if I do say so myself. Nice. What does being a coach with RHI look like? So Dawn, these are the coaches that are coaching the clients, for example, in Online Empire Builder, and they're doing laser coaching sessions with people. So you get to do it on your own time, you get to do it from anywhere in the world, and it's obviously amazing, and you get to be part of a kick-ass team and all of the good stuff that comes with that, like the team retreat to Bali that just happened recently, all the coaches were there. It's very cool. But anyway, this isn't about becoming a coach with us. This is about becoming a coach for you. I just think it's important to know that this is the base program. This is the fundamental, this is the prerequisite before you even apply to be a coach with us, if you even want to do that at some point, okay? So this program, the Coach the Coach program, is perfect for you if you're already a coach and you're looking to really accelerate and take your results to the next level. And it's also perfect for you if you're brand new, if you're just starting out, maybe you're building a brand and you feel like you really want to get your people results and you really want to develop your skill set and you want to become a coach that can shift someone from where they are to where they want to be in any area of life, in any industry. You know, if you know that you're ready to make a bigger impact in the world by helping others, then this is for you, okay? So just give me a yes, by the way, if you think this is for you, just so I can get a gauge of some of the numbers. We do have limited places on this purely because it's full on. It's really intense in this group. We can only have so many people because I need to make sure that everyone is getting individual attention and that everyone's keeping up over the 5 weeks and that no one gets lost behind. Okay, yes, cool. Wow, lots of you guys. Oh my gosh, okay. Very cool. This is so in alignment. Okay, so here's what you need to do, right? There's an application process. I need to know 2 things. I need to know the biggest thing that you're looking to get out of the Coach program. Like, why do you want to do it? Okay, and then tell me why you. Why should you be a part of this community? Why should you be a part of this program? What is it about you that you know is, you know, you're going to be an amazing coach, or that you're ready to take it to the next level? Like, what is it about you? Like, it's really important for me to know this. You know, it's important for any of our programs where people apply for me to get clear on this. But again, this specifically, purely because it's the heartbeat of my work, and I'm so protective of what I create out in the world, and the quality of the coaches that are out there, and the quality of the work they're doing with people, and the quality of the change they're creating. And I need to know that you're in the right place with it, and you have the right intention, and that you're also ready to serve and play at this level, okay? So, oh my gosh, people are sending their applications through here. Don't do that. Send your application to me on Facebook, okay? Now, I just sent you the link. It's facebook.com/Regan Hillyer. Or you can email Regan@reganhillyer.com, right? So we always check Facebook first. I always go to my Facebook first and then emails. So, send me your application. Biggest thing you're looking to get out of the Coach program, and then also why you. Devera, it's 4 a.m. in Holland right now, and now I know why I'm sacrificing my sleep. This is amazing. So cool to have you on. It fits with my no-nonsense approach. Yeah, Dawn, there's no room for nonsense in the system. Margarita, do you suggest your coaches how much to charge? Yeah, absolutely. That would be a question that would be answered, within the group. And absolutely, yeah, definitely, we help people get clarity on that stuff. That's generally an easy question to dig into. Yes, Lisa, cool. Okay, guys, cool. Well, that's pretty much us. It's been super fun, super fun digging into this training with you guys. If you have any questions for me, now is a really good time to type in and do that. Otherwise, just let me know. Maybe just type through "I'm happy" or something like that, or a smiley face, just to let me know that you're complete and that you don't have questions. I always worry that someone's left typing a massive question and then it closes down the webinar software because there's such a delay on this. Dawn, yeah, it's first come, first served. So we've got a limited number of places. When it's full, it's full. So I would just get your application in ASAP as soon as you can. It doesn't have to be massive, just key points. Biggest thing you're looking to get out of the Coach program and why you. Awesome, super rad, so cool to have you on, Natalie. I love your energy, it's so cool. Would you suggest doing it at the same time as completing Online Empire Builder? Yeah, you definitely can, absolutely. We've had a lot of people do that in the past. And yeah, it's kind of just like this side of your brain goes to brand building and the other side of your brain goes to developing your skill set as a coach. Oh, one thing I didn't mention, guys, is that you do get the recordings for life for this training. So this is now a big tool you have in your toolbox to go back over and over and over with. And I've had a lot of people say they've done the 5 weeks once and then actually repeated it 2 or 3 times because there is so much detail and so much depth in there. It's also different when you complete the 5 weeks, get the training, get certified, and then go out and coach in the field, and then go back and do the program, because there's things that you just weren't ready to hear the first time. And people are like, I just listened to week 3 and you said this, this, and this. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, you didn't say that, but it's on the recording. I'm like, no, well, it was definitely there. You just didn't hear it, which is all perfect. So just know that, you can go back over and over again. You've obviously got the community to lean on as well. So very exciting. Thank you so much again. Absolutely. Yeah, well, look, there's an application process for those of you guys asking for the investment. So the investments are relevant if you don't pass the application process. So send me a message, apply, and if it's a fit, we can have a conversation about the investment. Just know that there's always a way. We're super flexible. There's easy payment plans, and I'm committed to making it happen for the right people that are super committed and it's a fit. Absolutely. Nice, super excited. What an opportunity. Perfect. Thank you. You guys are so welcome. So guys, that is me. Thank you so much for hanging out. Super special call for me, digging into the essence and the core of my soul work and my heart, and amazing to share with you guys. You're all just freaking phenomenal. I love your energy. Thank you for being so present and for playing full out. Thank you so much to Tammy for calling in from Australia all the way to Dallas, Texas over here, and for being so raw and so real and so vulnerable, and really being brave enough to come into this space in front of everyone. Really love and appreciate you. Everyone's saying big thank you to you, Tammy, too. Absolutely. Your energy is always great. Amazing. Thank you so much, guys. So I will check in on those applications ASAP. Just make sure you email them through, send them through to me on Facebook. First come, first served. We'll figure it out for the right people. There's always a way. Thank you so much for playing. This has been an amazing call. So, all right, guys, love you all so, so, so much. Have an amazing day, evening, wherever you are in the world right now. And, of course, remember, you absolutely can have it all. Ciao. Mwah.